Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, Dio here with the first 10 turns guide for Eltharion on the very hard difficulty in Mortal Empires. Eltharion was quite popular on my first poll and has a tricky starting location, so I've decided to cover him this week. But without further ado, let's get to it. To start things off, go to Ulthuan and move your Loremaster hero into your army and attack the greenskins in your territory. I recommend you fight this manually to prevent unnecessary losses and to capture the enemy lord. Deploy your Eltharion Reaver archers ahead of your army and lure the enemy forces to you. Focus the Wolf Riders first, as they can easily counter your Reavers. Once the wolves are dealt with, focus their archers next and try to distract their melee infantry with your Reavers. You can also use your Loremaster to hold off another infantry unit on his own while you deal with the rest. The Reavers are also great at chasing down routing enemy units. Don't forget to use your Lord's Flock of Doom spell as often as you are able to. Your Loremaster is actually a unique hero that comes equipped with a very handy healing potion, so use this to keep him alive. Try to capture the enemy general with Warden's Cage. Archers, heroes and lords work well here as the enemy remains stationary for the duration of the spell. After the battle, ransom captives for extra gold and influence, which is extremely important for the High Elves. Grab Root Marcher on your lord and Shem's Burning Gaze on your hero, and recruit 1 spearman and 2 archers into your army. If you manage to capture the enemy lord, head into the warden's prison and upgrade your interrogation chambers first. The interrogation chambers will grant experience for Eltharion once upgraded to tier 2. Then interrogate your prisoner first before executing them to gain extra experience, supplies and influence. Now head back to Eltharion on the map and attack the greenskin army. Once again, fight this one manually. The greenskins will hold this choke point here, but you can lure them out with your Ember Storm cast on your Phoenix. The Orc boys can be a big threat, so try to intercept them with your spears and flank them with your War Lions. Eltharion is quite tanky and has a heal, so he can hold a couple of enemy units on his own. Try to use your Phoenix's Ember Storm on nice blobs of enemies for maximum effect, and flank the enemy units with your War Lions to quickly break them. Once again, try to capture the enemy lord if you can, but don't worry if you don't get this one. After the battle, ransom captives for more money and influence. You should be able to attack the same army again, but this time you can easily auto-resolve the battle and ransom captives again. Grab Root Marcher and Apotheosis on Eltharion. Now it's time to abandon the Badlands. Replace Eltharion with a random lord available to you without spending any influence, then disband the whole army. Move back to Ulthuan and demolish the barracks in your capital and begin researching archer prowess in your tech tree. Attack the settlement of Trelinia and either fight manually or auto-resolve the battle and occupy the settlement. You can grab any of these blue skulls on your lord, as we won't be using this one for very long, and grab Earthblood on your Loremaster hero. Recruit 1 more spear unit and 2 more archers into your army. Build a homestead for growth and upgrade the marble quarry in your capital before ending your turn. Begin moving down towards the enemy's next settlement and upgrade the growth building in your capital. With any luck, the greenskins will attack you on your end turn phase. You will need to fight this manually to prevent too many losses. Once again, use your Reavers to pull the enemy army before they're joined by any reinforcements. They're also extremely useful at separating a couple of enemy units away from their main line, making the battle a little easier. You should focus the enemy trolls first, as they're the biggest threat here, and don't forget to spam Flock of Doom as much as you are able to. Also use your Reavers to take out the enemy archers. The rest of the battle is pretty simple. Just let your spears hold the line and your archers and spells will take care of the rest. Try to capture another lord in this battle if you can. This is something you should try to achieve in almost every battle where possible, as extra experience, supplies and influence are extremely useful. After the battle, ransom captives or replenish your army if needed. If you were successful in capturing an enemy lord, make sure to interrogate them and execute them this turn and upgrade your interrogation chamber or grab the Shrine of Loek for passive influence each turn. Clean up what's left of the enemy forces, ransoming captives as you go along, and attack the enemy settlement as well. You should fight this manually, as the auto-resolve isn't great, but it's a very easy manual battle. Go ahead and occupy the settlement when you're done, and recruit 1 more spearman and 2 archers into your army. Continue down the blue line on your lord, and grab the next couple of levels in Earthblood on your hero. Demolish the Elven Craftsman building in your new settlement for now. Check your diplomacy regularly, and form non-aggression and trade agreements with other higher factions. Continue moving towards the last greenskin settlement overland, so that you can recruit 3 more archers into your army, and build a homestead in your newest settlement for more growth. Replace your current lord with Eltharion, as he should not be available for you to recruit again, and attack the last greenskin settlement. You should be able to auto-resolve the battle and occupy the settlement with no real casualty. Grab Merchant Lord on Eltharion and Spirit Leech on your hero. Use this time to replenish your army to full strength over the next few turns. Upgrade Trelinia to tier 2, upgrade your growth building, and build another homestead in the Shrine of Loek. Set the province commandment to rebuild Lost Splendor. Start sailing back up north, picking up any sea treasures you find along the way, and recruit more units into your army to fill a full stack. Grab Evasion on your Loremaster hero and upgrade the homestead in your newest settlement. You should have accumulated a decent amount of influence by this point, so use it to improve your relations with other high elf factions. Continue moving up north with Eltharion and begin researching trumpeters in your tech tree. Keep moving up, as the elven factions to your north are most likely to declare war on you, and build a homestead in Trelinia. You can either move up to your border or trespass to encourage Gothic to attack you. It's totally up to you, but confederating the High Elves is the best way to control all of Ulthuan. Upgrade your capital to tier 3, and also upgrade your homestead in Trelinia. And that's it, the first 10 turns for Eltharion on the very hard difficulty in Mortal Empires. As mentioned before, the absolute best way to capture Ulthuan is to confederate everyone. The AI gets crazy boosts to growth on the harder difficulties, so they grow their provinces much faster. If you were to take them by force, you'd reduce the settlement tier by 1 every time you capture it. So it's much easier to just ask nicely for it. But if you want to fight, both Cathik and Trace make good targets to take by force. It's all up to you and how you want to play this. I recommend you don't abandon Grom Mingo and wait for it to be taken instead, as it provides a decent amount of money each turn. You can return here later to complete your campaign objectives once you've confederated all of Ulthuan. Influence is key to confederating all of Ulthuan quickly, so make sure to build as many elven embassies as you are able to increase your influence gain per turn. Noble heroes for high elves can also gain influence through actions, so hiring a couple of them and sending them out is also a good way to gain more influence. If you like this guide, please don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. There's another poll currently live on my channel, so don't forget to vote on which lord you'd like to see me cover next. See you next time. Toodles.